Hello, I'm Kylie Garcia with MATV's Neighborhood View. I'm here outside the old Sparks department store building here in Malden. We're actually here because they're going to be opening a new venue here in the next few months called Boda Borg Boston. I recently spoke with Chad Ellis of Boda Borg, and he's told me a little bit more about this interactive quest adventure that originated in Sweden. Let's take a look.
Picture 30,000 square feet, so a big space, a maze of hallways full of doors, and the doors lead you to different quests. And each quest is going to be a series of challenges that will take you through an adventure. So in one quest you can break out of prison, in another quest you can explore a haunted house, in another quest you're going to be dancing and trying to solve puzzles having to do with music. In another quest, you might find yourself becoming an animal and having to think about how that animal would act. So the quests can be serious, they can be silly, they mix mental and physical challenges, and you have to do them with a team.
Do you have any favorite challenges that you made it through?
Yeah, I think Alcatraz, which is the prison escape quest, is probably my favorite. It's really fun. You're crawling through tunnels. You're climbing around, you're trying to avoid searchlights that basically would be the guards trying to catch you. You're always moving, you're always having to think, you're always having to be observant, and it's hard. The first time I went, I didn't manage it. I didn't get out, and as I was flying back home and thinking, okay, well, am I really going to do this? Is this where I want to spend the next 20 years of my life? One of the reasons I said yes is I realized if I didn't do it, I was going to have to go back to Sweden anyway because I hadn't broken out of prison and I hadn't done some of the other quests. So,
is it timed? When you say you didn't make it out, what?
Yeah, so,
how did you not make it
so
out?
One of the things that's very different about Boda Borg from most challenge activities is that it's not expected that you'll succeed on your first attempt. You will fail many, many times at Boda Borg, and it becomes part of the process. So you can fail in two ways. You can do something that the quest doesn't allow. So for example, if you get caught by the guards when you're trying to break out of prison, and there's lots of ways that you might get caught by the guards, then you'll fail the challenge. You can also run out of time in a challenge, and we don't tell you what the rules are. We don't tell you how much time you have. You have to sort of experiment and explore with your team to find that out. And that's a big part of the fun. So you go in and you fail, and it doesn't feel bad. You just sort of say, okay, well, now you come out in the hallway and you say, why did we fail? Did we run out of time, or did somebody do something? And someone will say, oh no, I think I tripped something that I wasn't supposed to do, or the floor's painted red and I stepped on it. Maybe we're not supposed to do that. And then you say, okay, well, now what are we going to do this time? And you go in and you try again, and it becomes this environment of experimentation and trial and error and collaboration, which is much more like real life than most kind of game activities.
Wow, so it's a surprise, a complete surprise when you enter.
Yeah, so we want to try to give you as real an experience as possible. And if you think about situations that happen in real life, we have unfamiliar challenges all the time, and there isn't someone there telling you the rules. So that's kind of the environment that we want to do, and that lets us really play around and have fun with things. So there's a challenge where you're going to walk into a room and there's music playing. And you have to kind of figure out, based on what you can see in the room, what you're supposed to do. And the music's probably relevant to that.
Yeah.
But what does it mean? What are you supposed to do? So then you have to kind of look around and see things, and you might say, oh, hey, I think this might relate to the music in some way. And now, okay, what are we supposed to do with that? And so, there's all sorts of different challenges. Some are very, very physical. Some are purely mental. And it creates just a really wild environment.
It sounds really intense. It sounds like it would take several tries to get through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you get a lot of people that complete their quest?
So everyone, almost everybody, will complete some quests.
Okay.
But we have 18 quests. If you can complete all of them, you get a special T-shirt and you become a quest master. And you get on the website. We're going to have a hall of, we're going to have a wall of fame. We'll put your picture up in a frame. But that's hard to do. It's hard to do in part because the quests are designed to be challenging. Some of them are more challenging than others. Some of them are very, very difficult. And it'll take time. As far as I know, there's only one team that's ever become a quest master on their first visit to Boda Borg, and they were professional gymnasts. Oh, wow. So the physical challenges for them were like nothing. They just they flew through them, and they managed to become quest masters. But Most people will come and they'll have a great time, they'll have a great visit, they'll come back, they'll master a few more quests, they'll learn a few more, they'll learn a few more, and they finally get to the point where they say, you know what, we think we can do all of them in one visit, we're going to go for it, and if they can, then they can become quest masters.
Well, I know we're gathering a team. We're going to be going out and definitely trying this out. So thank you for coming and talking to us about this. What an
Thanks for
amazing
having
idea.
me.
Chad Ellis from Boda Borg, Boston.
Thanks so much for having me.
Wow, that looks like it's going to be such a pleasure to come and enjoy once it's here in the summer. Unfortunately, I'm moving to New York in 1 week, so this is my final segment here with Neighborhood View. It's been a pleasure to work with Sam, Ann, and Ron, and everyone at MATV, and I really appreciate the opportunity. So for the last time, I'm Kylie Garcia with MATV's Neighborhood View. Thanks for watching.